Hi, Islamic Dad here. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. I'm going to do a video. It's a bit of an addendum to the previous video that I did on narcissistic relationships and kind of the dynamics of growth, criticism, evolving change, etc. And one of the things that had been pointed out by a viewer in the comments, and is something that I've also seen not with myself, but with my covert ex, or my ex-girlfriend, the covert narcissist, with her previous relationship, was just that taking the issue of criticism, growth, etc. in a relationship with a narcissist, it's this weird conundrum where you end up with these two extremes very quickly. One is where in order to maintain the relationship, and I mean that in the loosest terms, sense of the word, is that you basically have to become a doormat. You never criticize the narcissist. You never judge them. You never focus or identify or honestly even perceive anything related to them that could either bring them guilt or shame, maybe even comparison to someone or anything else. You go with whatever they want, they say, and if you've been with a narcissist, that's always changing. I mean, that's almost like this weird subconscious game the narcissist likes to play, is move the goalposts, change the rules, but you just have to roll with it. So, and if you are a doormat and you let the narcissist have their emotional affairs or even their physical and sexual affairs, and you pretend you don't notice, you never say anything bad about them, you give them enough supply for them to keep you around, then you can be in that position of a doormat for a pretty long time. The person that I saw myself existed in that role for 7 years, and from what people have said, they've seen spouses, husbands, wives, remain in that role for 10 to 20 years. So there might be people that do it longer. I mean, it is possible to do if that's what you want. The big conundrum is, and this is where it goes to the other end of the spectrum with regard to this issue, is that the narcissist is they're very strange people. So they will have identified their target. Maybe it's you. And they go through the love bombing phase, and they idealize you, and you're in this feedback loop of, oh, you're my soulmate, the universe conspired to bring the two of us together. And it just keeps going on. And then it reaches that point where you accept the relationship, you accept them, and the moment you do that, they feel betrayed. The narcissist feels betrayed because it's like, okay, you're no longer this perfect person. You're just a person. And I thought that you were different than all the others, but now I see you're not. You're just this person. So anyways, at that point, so there's this, at that point through the, let's say, devalue phase, the narcissist is looking for ways to slowly, knock you down a notch here and there. And I've gone through, the psychology of that, like in a previous episode. But what is interesting to this is that with regard to, say, setting boundaries or holding people accountable, stuff like that, that the, if you say set a boundary with a narcissist, it's this really weird thing because, if the narcissist starts poking that boundary and you call them on it and you say, hey, don't do that. Don't go any farther. If you do, I'm going to leave. Or if you do, I'm just going to go home and I'm not going to talk to you for 24 hours while I think about us and stuff like that. If you actually, catch the narcissist, say, poking at your boundary and call them on it, it's this weird situation where on one hand, the narcissist is going to be furious at you. They're going to loathe you. I mean, it's beyond hate. At the very same time, they're going to have some respect for you. And they're going to respect the fact that you did hold fast to your boundary and that you enforced it and that you held them accountable and that you didn't let them go past your boundary. And so it's this very, very strange, and I mean, talk about, immature and childish, but it's this really weird place where the narcissist is simultaneously respecting you for enforcing the boundary and hating your guts like you are the worst person they've ever met in their entire life. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is that, again, it's the whole thing with being in a relationship with a narcissist. It's a no-win, but not a no-win on just one level. It's a no-win on multiple levels, because the more you, let's say conversely, say you don't set boundaries, say you don't enforce them, say you let the narcissist basically run right over you, the narcissist is going to be grossed out and just utterly disgusted with you. They will have no respect for you. And this is a weird thing I have not talked about, but it is something that I saw in both of my narcissists. The malignant narcissist that I was married to for 20 years, and the covert narcissist that I was with for 4 years. And both of them, they really had their eyes open for if they could get away with something or if I called them on it. And that's the thing. It's like, if they could get away with something and they could pull a fast one on me, they lost so much respect for me. They, it's not like they left the relationship or anything. They just basically held me as less than human and not worthy of respect. And in a way, and this is the thing that's interesting to me, is that that whole idea of respect and stuff, for some reason, it means so much more to a narcissist than it does to normal people. Like a normal person, you call them on a boundary, they might be annoyed, but they're like, yeah, okay. And they would just move on. They wouldn't think twice about it. Same thing. If you set a boundary, hey, don't do this, and someone goes past it or something, they might not even realize they did that. And if they did, they might be like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that, or okay, this is just an oopsie, I probably shouldn't do that again. Whereas for the narcissist, it's a big stinking deal. It's like they're keeping score. It is like they're keeping score. And so again, it's this really weird situation where, to the extent that you have a backbone with a narcissist, they will simultaneously respect and loathe you. And the loathing part will win. It is going to be much more in control of how the narcissist acts and treats you. And so if you hold them accountable, set and enforce boundaries and stuff, yeah, the narcissist is going to respect you, and they're going to loathe you to the point where they might just end the relationship themselves. Because to the narcissist mind, they're thinking, okay, why would I be with this person when I can't pull a fast one over them? Why would I be with this person if they don't let me do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it? So yeah, they'll respect you while hating your guts and ending the relationship and pushing you out to find someone else who's much more malleable. On the flip side, you have no backbone at all. You don't enforce any boundaries. You never complain. You never criticize. You never stand up for yourself. Yeah, the narcissist is going to keep you around, and they will have no respect for you at all. I mean, and that's the thing. If anything, the narcissist is going to run over you even more. The narcissist mind is very much, if they can get, what's the phrase, give an inch, take a foot or something. If they can get a little bit, they will just take all. They will take everything that they can get from you. So if they can take advantage of you a little bit one time, they're going to take advantage of you a lot all the time. And it will just snowball and accumulate until by the end of the relationship, you're just a rug. I mean, literally, you're just a doormat in every sense of the word. And they just have utter contempt for you. And that's the thing. They'll keep you around and just be grossed out by your existence. But they're not going to push you out of the relationship because you're still useful to them. You're the person who pays half the rent. You're the person who drives them to work. You're the person with the health insurance for the two of you. They're not stupid. They will use you if you're useful to them, but they're not going to respect you at all. And so again, you have this conundrum where it's like, okay, if I stand up for myself, they will hate my guts and they'll respect me, but the relationship is going to end much, 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 much quicker because the narcissist is not going to stand to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't let them, get pushed around. On the other side, if you have no backbone and you are a doormat, the narcissist is going to keep you around, but they're going to be, look at you and hold you in complete, utter contempt. And they will treat you as such. They will not make it a secret at all. And they will treat you like dirt. And honestly, they will probably continue to treat you like dirt to see how far they can get before you finally stand up for yourself. And the thing is, it's so dark. As soon as you stand up for yourself, they will act like you're causing a scene, you're causing a fight, you're out of control. And at that point, they very well might pick that as the opportunity to push you out of the relationship and tell everyone that you're crazy and you've gone off your meds and that you're difficult to be around, etc. So either way you cut it, it is a losing proposition for you. And it's one of those things, like, I do not know what the answer is. I don't know if there is a way to be in a relationship with a narcissist and have it even be, have the same status quo for a period of time, let alone be healthy and, grow and change over time. So hopefully this video's been helpful. Thanks.